why is it taking so long for me to get to IVF? Like this cycle, I would be stimming. I was freaking out. May God's will be done. Hi, thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get those babies, ladies. I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty. Good morning, fertility fam. How are you? Today is Wednesday, October 24th. Happy hump day to you. Happy hump day to you. Happy hump day. Yes. All right, I'm running all kinds of late. I'm sure no one is surprised. It is like 9:30. I had a 9:20 dentist appointment, but don't worry, I called. They're gonna get me in by 10:45. So I am just going to head in there now and finish up some editing in the dentist's office. I did not finish last night. I was so tired, and I'm trying to be very mindful of when my body is tired and going to sleep. I know it sounds crazy, but it's a new thing for me. So I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be able to see me. There's light behind me. Okay, here we go. Yeah, there's a ray of sunshine on top of my head. Okay, anyway, I'm being silly. Yeah, so I'm headed to the dentist. There's nothing crazy going on. I'll talk to you when I get there. I think one thing I want to say is get all your dental work done before you get knocked up, because you have a tendency, or we as women have a tendency to have bleeding gums when we're pregnant, and there's not a lot of treatments that we can have, like, you know, numbing and all that fun stuff. I'm getting a scaling today. I go once a quarter. I did not go last quarter just because my life is crazy, and who imagined that I would be going now, 2 weeks before elections, when life is really crazy, but I got to get it in before I start the IVF. So that is that. All right, ladies, I will talk to you in a little bit. Bye. Hi, guys. So I thought this was funny. I'd share it with you. I'm on my way to the dentist still, but I'm editing on the journey. This is what happens when you sleep too late. All right, babe, I'm all done at the dentist's office. So when I told her that I did not have time to floss, she grew 4 horns out of her head. I was like, I use the air flosser, which is what you guys sold me. And she was like, oh, that's like auxiliary flossing. You still have to do the main flossing. No one told me that when I bought that $200 device. And yeah, I don't have time. So anyway, I have to calm myself and I have to figure out how to find time, apparently, because that's important. I had a lot of gum bleeding, which was unfortunate. Part of it is the hormones. And then part of it is there's just inflammation there. So I've got to sort that bit out. So another thing to add to the to-do list, but I'm going to try to frame it as self-care. And in part of taking good care of myself, I'm going to spend the extra 10 minutes in the shower flossing after I brush my teeth. Do you guys ever do that? Like, tell yourself you don't have time for stuff, even though they're telling you have to do it? Anyway, the dentist is never a pleasant experience. I mean, she's nice enough, and the office, for the most part, is nice, but, ugh, homework. There you go. What's up, fertility fam? All right, I have made it home. It is late. It is now 10 o'clock, a little after 10, and I still have editing to do and all that, so I'm going to make this brief. I have the question of the day. And it is from, I think it's Anissa21 or Annalisa, or no, AINISA21, is it? Her question was, this is the Ask Nika section that I'm adding to the vlogs. What is motivating me to have a child after I already have a child? And then she goes on to say most women at my age, or most older women, go through IVF because they don't have any children or because they are with a partner who doesn't have any children. So it's, you know, my desire to have a child is something that is my heart is longing for. My heart, my being, to shepherd another soul into the world. I think I would be a great mom at this age, and I just have different things to offer a child. Even though I have a child, we parent in different ways as our children get older, just as our parents parent us in different ways, right? Like when I go to my mom's house, she doesn't treat me like I'm a 10-year-old, because I'm not. And so I would like to have another baby and raise a child. So yeah, so that's kind of like how I see it as two separate questions. That's the first part. The second part is the IVF part. Most older women going through IVF don't have any kids and are doing it for a male partner. As you all know, I'm a single mom by choice. I don't do many things in life because someone else wants me to do them. I am also a feminist, and I think, I'm about that girl power, and so it's something that I want. I don't need a partner, male or female, to say, let's have a child together. It's what I want. It's what my heart is telling me that it's what my heart is telling me that it wants, and so I'm going to go for it. As far as older women doing IVF, if I would have gotten pregnant with one of my 6 IUIs, then I wouldn't be doing IVF. I have said repeatedly, I never thought I would get to IVF. I haven't even done a lot of research on it. I mean, I have now because I'm preparing for it, but prior to actually pulling the trigger and knowing that I was going through IVF, I hadn't done a lot of research. I legitimately thought I would get pregnant with IUI, mainly because I was pregnant last year. So yeah, that's sort of the IVF part of it. I'm not excited about the IVF part. I've said that before. I have a whole video that I'll link over here where I went into detail about that, but it is a necessary evil. It's a necessary evil, and so I will do it to fulfill my heart's desire. So yeah, that is that. And then I had another question, and I don't remember who asked, why is it taking so long for me to get to IVF? I don't feel like it's taking so long. I actually feel like it's moving fast, and I don't know what your experience is with IVF. Maybe because I vlog daily, it seems like it's a long time, but we knew I had to wait 2 cycles, and we knew that I was going through a natural cycle, so my body was meant to take the lead. So my cycle it varies from 26 to 28 days. So if you double that, that was about 2 months. So I'm not sure why it appears that it's taking a long time. It seems like it's going pretty fast to me, especially because I'm trying to lose the weight and I'm halfway through. I have about 4 weeks, give or take, 3 or 4 days before I start the process. And I don't expect that I will be able to go as hard as I am now, meaning exercise, food, and everything else once I start injecting myself with hormones. Just being realistic and based on my experience with very small dosage of hormones, or not even doses. I took the Femera, which then changes the profile of hormones in my body. I was very tired and not wanting to do things, so I can't imagine when I'm fully loaded up what that's going to be like, and there's going to be bloat, etc. I know not all women react the same way to it, but I'm, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. And so I probably won't be able to lose any weight while I'm taking the IVF meds. And so if I want to be at a BMI of 22, which is the most, successful BMI rate, I need to get my weight down. So don't rush me. It's not taking too fast. It's not taking too long. It's going far, far too fast. So yeah, don't rush me. I guess it's all a matter of perception. It doesn't feel like it's going really slow to me, but I'm living with it every day. And I think I try to not think about it. And that's why the weight loss helps, because I get to focus on something else. And I think it only comes up on the vlog when people are like, when are you doing it? What's taking so long? I don't know. It doesn't feel long to me. And again, when I start it, you will know. You will definitely know. So it'll be in a thumbnail, if that makes it easier. I don't know if, it'll be in a thumbnail. You'll be like, this is it. This is clearly that video. So, and you'll probably see it on Instagram first, just because my videos are posted a week later. Instagram is usually in real time. So if you're following me on Instagram at simply.tanika, you will see it over there first when I am starting my IVF meds. And even when I start it, that I still don't know a retrieval date. It's going to vary. They always say, on the chat rooms, your mileage may vary, YMMV, or your results may vary. When you see those diet commercials, it's the same with this. It depends on how my body responds to the stimulation, assuming that my body does respond. And there's, again, so many steps going forward. I have to like respond. I have to have eggs. My E2 has to be whatever it is to indicate that I have more than one egg ready. All of those kind of toll gates have to happen. Levers have to be pulled before we get to the retrieval. So I don't know my retrieval date. It's too far out to even confirm that there will be a retrieval date, at least to do it publicly. I'm claiming it in my heart, but yeah, I don't want to give misinformation or mislead anyone, particularly those who are watching as they prepare for IVF. As I have watched so many videos, I found the ones that were very transparent to be the most helpful. And so I am trying to be the most helpful. And I said at the outset, I'm researching IVF, and when I learn, I'll share with you and you'll learn. So this, we are learning together. When you follow a natural cycle, you wait until your body tells you that it's ready. I'm not taking birth control ahead of time or any of that. And I've read a lot of good things about that process. Like, it helps with the receptivity of the endometrial lining. So just different folks for different strokes. Even people on the exact same protocol may not have the same outcome. No two women are exactly alike. Factors like age, if you've had any prior children, and lots of other things go into that. How your body responded to the stimulation drugs, etc., etc. So I'm only sharing what I am experiencing. I will share my research as I make decisions, but ultimately the outcome is based on my very specific circumstances, which is why I try to share as much as possible. So if you have those items, you could say, oh, that's like me. Or if you don't, it's not like you, right? Like, you may not be 47 going through this process. So then there's a lot of like advanced maternal age, AMA stuff that doesn't apply to you. So hopefully that helps. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of questions around timing and length and duration, and I don't know. I promise I don't know. And why is it taking so long? So yeah, all in good time. The slow and steady wins the race. I am the tortoise in the IVF game. I am the tortoise, and I'm okay being the tortoise. I'm enjoying that, because when I thought like this cycle I would be stimming, I was freaking out. So the fact that this cycle is when I'm doing my estrogen priming, that feels right for me. I'm not paranoid about it. I'm not like, oh my God, slow it down. Like, I feel now that I am at the right pace, and I feel comfortable with this pace. So, I just continue to pray that God's will be done. And specifically, I'm doing a lot of the Serenity Prayer. So hopefully you guys are familiar with that, but I will say it anyway. God, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Strength, courage, wisdom. That is what I am praying for. Strength, courage, wisdom. May God's will be done. Amen. Bye. Baby, that's to you all.
The beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometimes.